Hello, Boone County. This is your Superintendent Matt Turner. I'm here with School Board member Keith Collins for a couple questions, for some conversation for you today. Keith, thank you for taking time to be here with me.
Thanks for having me.
So I got a couple questions for you. You're a father of three and you live in the Hebron area, and you have a lot of experience with the elementary schools and Boone County schools as a father. So if you would, talk about some important things to you that all parents should know about how they can assist their kids in elementary school.
Well, I would say the first step would be to become familiar with your child's teacher, whether it be through back to school night or any of the myriad of ways that our educators have for giving the parents access. So email or Class Dojo or Canvas or whatever the case may be. Just make sure that you're opening lines of communications and making sure and be sure that any concerns you have, any questions you have, are submitted to that educator as soon as possible. The second step would be to familiarize yourself with the front office staff. Those individuals are wizards, so if you're unclear on how a process should run, if you're unclear as to what type of paperwork needs to be submitted, you could go up there and 90% of the time they will have the answer for you in real time. If they don't have that answer for you right away, they will do the necessary research and get that information for you fairly quickly. And again, it's a resource that you can't calculate in terms of how easy well, it's a resource that we can't calculate in terms of how efficient they run and how beneficial they are to parents, especially parents who may be new to a specific building.
Very good, thank you. So talking a little bit about volunteering and being involved in school, each of our schools has a school-based decision-making council, and so parents could become involved in that. So talk about that a little bit, how they might be on the council or maybe just going to council meetings.
So yeah, the school-based decision-making council is a vital instrument or a vital institution within the district that really allows for some individuality from building to building. Parents can join that as members. Even if a parent doesn't have the requisite time to commit to the monthly meetings, that parent can also just attend those meetings when their schedule allows, just so that they're abreast of what's going on in the building regarding those critical decisions that are going to continue to facilitate this world-class education that the district is endeavoring to or continuing to provide to the students. Aside from the school-based decision-making council, we've got volunteer opportunities, whether it be in a classroom, as a chaperone, and I've even seen parents volunteer for reading engagements in classrooms.
Keith, we started working on a new strategic plan last year, early in the spring, late winter months, and you've been a part of that work from the very beginning. If you would, share with us the importance of a strategic plan for our school district and what's the need for a strategic plan for our school district?
So the strategic plan guides the district's vision for educating students in the present through the future. It's essentially it's got the potential to be a living document. During the implementation of the plan, there were several workshops that we attended, and those workshops were attended by stakeholders within the district. So district administration, principals, administrators, educators, parents, faith leaders, business leaders, anyone who wanted to have a role in drafting this document that's going to guide the educational direction of this district for the foreseeable future participated. And it was really beneficial, I thought, to see the amount of inclusion. Everyone's voice was heard. Everyone had an opportunity to contribute to these various core pillars that were created out of that work. And I think once it's all finalized, it's going to really set the stage for preparing our students for the emerging job market, because it certainly has changed over the past couple years, and the expectation is that in the future it will continue to change. So we need to really tailor the educational experiences of our students towards that, to give them the opportunity to be as successful as possible in the future.
Thank you, Keith. And let me add just one more point to that topic about the strategic plan. We are still working on our strategic plan. Right now, we have that in the hands of our principals and our teachers. They're going to be providing feedback and information to the school district as we finalize this plan. We're also going to make sure we have another opportunity for parents to have some input and some feedback on the strategic plan and what they think is important for their children, but also for our whole school system as well. So we'll be sending more information out about the strategic plan here very shortly this fall. So another question for you, Keith. As a board member, you're on a couple different committees here, district committees. And we did a video with Board Member Piles early in the summer about the importance of being involved on those district committees, and where some of the decision making is not necessarily finalized, but it's gathered, and we kind of think through issues and how we might address some issues and make some decisions. So they don't make decisions there, but they do have a lot of discussion from a lot of different stakeholders. So if you would, for our audience here, talk a little bit about some of the work, one of your committees that you're on, that you're doing that you think is important.
The committee that I'm going to discuss is currently titled the Wellness Committee. Previously, it was known as the COVID Committee. Obviously, over the last 2.5 years, we've been dealing with an unprecedented pandemic that has certainly impacted everyone in the district, whether it be health-wise or from an educational perspective. We've shifted that title to the Wellness Committee as we begin to pivot away from COVID, and while also recognizing and acknowledging that there may be some other health and wellness related issues that have the potential to derail our children's education. And again, the goal is to maintain as much continuity for this world-class education as possible. So we never want to have the district be in the position that we were in pre-COVID, where we had to kind of learn on the fly regarding these committees and tracking epidemiological data and CDC guidance and all of these things, because ultimately our goal is to have our students in the building face-to-face for education, so that, because the data bears out that the virtual stuff, which was at times a necessity, did not have the same academic or educational impact as in-person and face-to-face. So in order to in order to keep the buildings open, to have that face-to-face interaction that all of our students thrive on and our educators thrive on, we're maintaining this committee, and we're going to continue to maintain vigilance and continue to plan for anything that may occur in the foreseeable future.
Sure, there's always a lot of things parents and students need to be concerned about in terms of health and wellness. There's many issues that may come through, the flu and some other illnesses that we always have to be paying attention to, because it can affect students directly and affect our staff directly.
And furthermore, by tangentially can affect the Boone County community, because again, these students come into the buildings and then they go out into the community to their homes, and our goal is to mitigate or minimize any spread or any of any contagious illnesses, while continuing to maintain, while continuing to maintain that world-class education.
Thank you, Mr. Collins. Appreciate your time. There you have it, Boone County. This is your Superintendent Matt Turner with Board Member Keith Collins. Thank you very much.